guys, today's weekend, Friday, 星期五, and today what I want to share is Chinese school system. How Chinese students go to school. What are the courses they have to learn? What is the school environment? Okay, first let's talk about when it starts. You have to go to school, elementary school. It is same as that in the US, from 6 years old. 6岁. But listen carefully. Usually kindergarten in China is from 3 to 5. 3 to actually to 6. 3 to, what I mean 5 is the end of the 5th year. 3 to 5. Before 3, usually nobody sent babies go to a kindergarten. Like here, I heard a lot of people send to their babies since 6 weeks, which shocked my Chinese friends. What? You send a 6-week-old baby to the daycare? It's impossible in China. It's impossible in China. 3 years old to 6 years old kindergarten. But kindergarten in China is optional. It's optional. It's not you must. Elementary school is a must. It's a must. Our elementary school from age 6 to age 12. So totally there are 6 grades. 6 grades. Okay, first let's talk about elementary school period. Before you want to go to elementary school, you have to take entrance examinations. What? Yes, let me tell you. When I was a kid, I already been thinking the exam is hard for me, honestly. I don't think I'm a smart kid when I was little, when I was young. And I need to prepare a lot. And right now, I have friends' kids, or my relatives' kids. You have no idea. Before they take the entrance examination to elementary, especially some top, like 10 or 9 scores good elementary school, they have to apply their resume. One of my friends, the little kids, 6-year-old's resume, more than 2 pages. More than 2 pages, which shocked me. She can do piano. She can do, there's a very special 二胡, special traditional Chinese traditional instrument, only two strings. Okay, and she can do the flute. All this, she passed the levels. She passed the levels, and she can draw, and she can, it's not like you tell people, I can't. You have to show people your certificate, your levels. And she can speak fluent English. And she can do a lot of sports, like what I said, with a certificate to prove how well she did. And she attended different classes, also graduation certificates to prove how well her performance was there. It's crazy for me. It's really crazy for me. And also tell people, like I remember my cousin when he was before he went to the elementary school, he can recognize over 200 Chinese characters. Right now, a lot of kids before elementary school, they can recognize even write over 500. It's not unusual in China anymore. Like before you go to elementary school, you said, I don't know how to write any characters. People will be shocked in China. What? Then for the math, you have no idea. A lot of kids, they started to do Olympic math before 6 years old. Such things like 1 plus 2 or 1 plus 10. They have to learn that when they are 3 or 4 years old. It's so easy. And sometimes you even will not see such math. What is the result of 1 plus 1 in the entrance examination? So easy for them. So sometimes I really don't want to take my children, go back to China to let them stay in the kindergarten there. I think the kindergarten teach them too much. And it is totally opposite from my education philosophy. I hope my kids, before they go to elementary school, have enough time to play. Have enough, play hard. That is their job I want them to do. So I want my kids to know how to socialize with people. So I know how important kindergarten or daycare is. But I want to make sure the daycare I choose for my kids will be play-based kindergarten or daycare. It's not like China that way. But I will also see my kids' personality. If my kids are very competitive, I probably will take them to China to stay there 1 year. If they love competition. Chinese kids, let me tell you, even kids, very, very competitive. I think partially it is because of the whole environment. If you don't compete with others, you will fall behind others. And your parents every day will tell you, look at him, look at her. She has already passed that level. She has already learned that. How about you? Parents' comparison, such words will influence kids a lot. So honestly, I like a little bit better the environment here. But there are also a lot of good things about that environment. Kids from they're little, they know how important to work hard. They know working hard is very, very important for them, for their parents, for their life. So, sometimes parents don't need to push them, they will push themselves. So sometimes I hope China and America can combine a little bit, can learn from each other a little bit. Okay, that is the elementary school. Elementary school, usually we will start at 8 o'clock, 8 a.m., and finish the overtime will totally depend on each grade. The higher grade, the later will be done. The higher will be later. Like the 6th grade probably will be done at 4 or 5. So 8 to 4 or 5 when you are in grade 6, it's a long time, yes. But our lunch time is much longer than yours. Our lunch time includes 1 hour meal time plus sometimes, I think usually at least 40 minutes, sometimes 1 hour nap time. Chinese people's habit, we like nap time. You may ask me, where the kids can nap? Easy, classroom. How they can nap? Like this on the desk? Yeah, because when they are little, they have got used to it. And the thing I don't like is, I really like nap time, but the thing I really don't like is, not every kid likes nap. Okay, then teacher will tell you, no matter you love or not, at this time you have to come back to classroom instead of playing on the playground. Nap there. If you cannot fall asleep, okay, close your eyes. No talking, no reading. So that thing I really don't like. I hope the teacher can tell the kids, if you cannot fall asleep, okay, read. But no talking, I cannot say that. But usually most of the teachers said, no, just close your eyes. And usually one teacher will be there, watch all the kids. And from the beginning of the day, we don't have a school bus. From the beginning of the day, always parents, either bicycle or car, or let them go to school by themselves. So it's different from here. And at the end of the day, also parents go to school to pick kids up. And like when the kids was in grade 1, sometimes the school started at 2 o'clock. It's pretty early. Okay, then you have to depend on grandparents. So what? Yes, that's another topic I want to talk probably next week. Our kids were totally growing up with or brought up by grandparents. Grandparents treat growing up or bringing up grandchildren as their first job. as their first job. Okay, now after the elementary school, of course you need to take a very hard entrance examination to middle school. It's very hard. I still can remember how hard it is when I was a student, and right now it's getting harder and harder. And the middle school is from grade 1, we don't call grade 7, grade 1 to grade 3. So another 3 years. The elementary school 6 years, middle school another 3 years, and when you're done in the middle school, let me tell you, is every day 7:30, or that depends on the teacher, either 7:30 or 7:40, but no 8 o'clock. 7:30 or 7:40 to 5 o'clock. To 5 o'clock, no matter you're in grade 1 or grade 3. And of course, grade 3 is probably later. And some school, after dinner, you have to come back to school, come back to the classroom again, have safe study there. Okay, you say, what? Is that hard? Yeah, but it's not over. It's not done. Then you take a harder entrance examination. It's really hard. If you want to go to the high school, especially top high school, the high school you go to it. It's another 3 years, from grade 1 to grade 3. From grade 1 to grade 3, and when you graduate from grade 3, you are 18 years old. You're 18 years old. Let me tell you, in all your life besides university, in all your life in China, the high school part, you may think it's the hardest time in your life. The hardest time. Every day, 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, what I told you, is probably early. A lot of schools will tell people 10 or sometimes 11. Weekends, no, only half day. That's Sunday afternoon. That is when I was student, but sometimes, probably right now it's changing a little bit, but for a lot of poor areas or countryside areas, still like this. And even for like some big cities, they changed only means they give people 1 day off, or at most 1.5 day off the whole week. It's crazy. And the homework, tons of homework. How many subjects you need to learn? 9. All of them is a must. It's not optional, you can choose. And if you are in China, and if you are very familiar to Chinese culture, you know this week, since this is Sunday, is what? What is happening? And it will last 3 days still. It's Chinese Gaokao. Gaokao. Entrance examination to university, which for foreigners is crazy. You have no idea how much attention the whole society paid attention to that. Let me tell you, when I was taking that, every year in June, this is 3 days, it will take 3 days. I think it's June 6th, June 7th, and June 8th. These 3 days. I can't remember 6, 7, or 8, or 7, 8, or 9. Anyway, 3 days, morning and afternoon. All the policemen. Even this year, I was told is what do you call it? It's a special security policeman. You know, this policeman is for the terrorists, right? All of them in the street for what? Only let the students who will take such examinations, people's parents, drive cars go first. Buses, public buses, taxis, all this. Okay, wait. So, we need to work, yeah, but your job cannot compare such students' examination at least the 30th in the year. And you know in China how bad the traffic is, and people's driving way, they always horn. There's one examination is called English, and it's one part of the English is called listening comprehension. When the day the kids take English examination, all the parents are policemen. They will watch all the class year just to hold the board, tell them no horn. Students are taking listening comprehension, no horn. People said, If I horn by accident, what they will do? They will smash your car. I'm serious. They will smash your car and policeman will talk to you too. It's ridiculous. It's just like, and all the 3 days, all the construction, because you know China, in China everywhere is under construction, will pause the 3 days just for such students. Because going to university for Chinese students is kind of an only way to change your life, And the entrance to the university examination is only once a year. So you can tell how important it is. But I highly encourage you, if you have such time, like in June, you're in China, you will know what happened. What is that? Why our school full of people? Let me tell you, when I was taking the examination, my parents, my grandparents, my aunt, my uncles, they were all waiting for me outside of the school. I'm not kidding. For one kid, the whole family, not only just your immediate family, your grandparents' family, your uncle, your aunts, all of them will go there. And at the time, my grandpa, over 75, he still went there. That's how important Chinese people treat the Gaokao. Okay, then after that, if you can go to the university, our university compared to American university, I think honestly, pretty easy. As long as you can pass that 3 years, the high school, university for you is easy. Okay, and next time we will talk about university life in China. I'll see you next week. 再见. Thank you for watching our video. Please like and comment if you really enjoyed. Also, if you want to watch more videos, please subscribe to us. If you are interested in donating to help us, please check the links below. Thank you. Bye.